Hey guys, it's Rob. Just doing another video on the software that you use to set up this Mini X. As you can see, I've got it installed there on my Armatan FPV frame. Probably the only drawback I've found so far is that the USB connector is on the front of the flight controller itself, so it's a bit of a trick to get the cable connected. I've discovered I can do it fairly easily with these tweezers, but yeah, a good idea is just to put a short USB extension, which I haven't done yet, but I'll get around to doing that once I finish the final setup. But as you can see, it's connected to the laptop. My radio's on, and I'll just squeeze these connectors together.
Telemetry recovered.
And what you get then is the computer recognises the Mini X as a hard drive, and that's where the software is contained. You don't actually have any software preloaded on the laptop, so when you open that folder, you get these windows, and that's where your log files are stored. Don't really know if you can do anything with the config, but the software here is just an exe file that you click. And when it opens up, it's fairly basic software. You know, if you're used to something like the NASA Assistance or Baseflight for the NAS, you know, this is going to be fairly simple by comparison. But having said that, there was no issue setting it up, and it just flies perfectly. So the first screen you see there is just your gains, your roll, pitch, gains, yaw, and I've just got everything pretty much default there, except I put the yaw up to 1.4. It just seemed a little bit sluggish. Tick the low voltage safe. When you go to the safe options, quite a few options here. You've got return to home and landing, tail in. What that basically means is it won't change its heading. When you hit return home, it'll maintain whatever heading it has and just fly back to the home point. The option I've selected is return to home and landing nose in. What that means is wherever you are, before it returns home, it will actually turn and face the home position. It just looks a little bit nicer, I think. Or you can just get it to hover, or you can just get it to land in one spot. And this is the section where you can determine how high you want it to fly on the return home. I've tested it at 25 meters, I've tested it at 5 meters, and it definitely does seem to work. Okay, the model options, you just select the model type, and ESC type. I'm not really sure what they mean by Ultra PWM ESC, but everything I've read, people are just using the normal ESC, and that seems to work fine for me too. And the OSD setup, I haven't used that. I don't really know a lot about it, and when I get to it, I'll probably be able to configure it via this window. But what you need to do is just select whether you're using a 4S battery, and just the about, which gives you the firmware. They haven't actually spelled it right, but I think that's what they mean. It's firmware 1.02, and when I got mine, it had already been upgraded. I just did the upgrade process anyway, just to make sure, but it's all good. So that's basically the software. Fairly straightforward. Thanks for watching.